Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. This is Bren Upper Tier, SmackDown show, Pro Wrestling Weekly. Well, not Pro Wrestling Weekly, SmackDown show. With me, as always, is Emma. Last week, we were not here. I was away, had internet issues, so we did a quick video from Birmingham. And
I didn't do a video. I'm sorry, guys.
To be honest, it's like at the moment WWE is so one-dimensional. Is there any point in doubling down on everything that I said? It's one of those things. But look, we're here, we're back, we're live, and let's do this. Let's go through SmackDown. Before we get started, Emma, how are you getting on? How's your week been? People missed you last week on Pro Wrestling Weekly. They were in touch with me. How are you?
I'm not too bad. One of those weeks, I think. And I don't think the rain's helping either. We need some sunshine. It's crazy.
No. It's like, I think it's rained for every day since the new year, which, look, on one hand, classic Ireland. On the other hand, it sucks. You're getting up at 6 a.m, getting ready, walking out to work and all that, city centre. It's not ideal.
And then you're home in the dark as well.
Yeah, well, luckily that's about to change, and it's changing as WrestleMania season approaches, which on the road to WrestleMania we have Elimination Chamber, which I only found out, but it's only been agreed upon today that there will be a watch along for the Elimination Chamber, so do join us, because like I always say, good, bad or indifferent, the watch alongs always make any WWE event better. So before we get in, I just have to say hello to our friend here, Barry, friends of the show. All right, Baz, good to see you, man. Seen you on the football show there the other day as well. The comments, pretty cool to see you again, my man. So let's get into SmackDown. Let's check into the SmackDown Hotel, as they say. And my boy Cody Rhodes opened SmackDown. This opening, there wasn't much really to it. I think Cody Rhodes brought back the asshole chant maybe at the end of it, but look, it was what it was. Cody's mic time was a bit short. It was what it was. Opening promo kind of set things up in the for what was to happen later on. What did you think? Were you excited?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when Cody opens, it is good. He's great on the mic, and then having Jacob, and I loved when Drew had like rented out the whole suite. I love him as a champion. I just think he's such a great heel. That was like the cherry on top there, because like when you're watching it, you're like, and then you're like, yeah, just stuff like that.
Well, look, I mean, they didn't sell the 20 grand tickets, so what they did was they introduced it with storyline, and that's another thing that we'll touch on by the end of the show, because there's a bit of a story going around about WWE and them stopping watch parties, but also the cost of the tickets, which is absolutely insanity. I wanted to ask you about Dragunov, right? So Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes, their friendship is a little bit strange. Carmelo Hayes' promo was a little bit strange. No, not Carmelo Hayes, sorry. Dragunov, he's like, Melo does not miss, and you will go to WrestleMania, and you will do this and all that. I think, look, their friendship is a bit weird, but obviously it would lead to something. Is that something you want to see again? Is it something you think yourself will lead to something?
Well, in all honesty, listen, I love Carmelo Hayes, but I prefer Dragunov as the champion. Shoot me if I'm wrong. Do me, lads. But I don't know. And I feel like maybe there could be a friendship, and then Dragunov gets the title. There's something between them. It would be good. They're both very talented, but yeah.
I have to be honest with you, Emma. I'm loving Carmelo Hayes and what he's doing, and I know you are too. And I know the Dragunov thing is a preference, and I get that. To me, it's a win-win situation, either or who's champion. For me, before Carmelo became champ, I did say there's something not right here with Carmelo. There's something missing, and I don't know what that is. And to me, this is the boost that he needed. But either way, look, I agree with you. It's a win-win for us, the fans. Tama Tonga versus Dragunov then, and Tama Tonga win. Tonga. I really need to learn how to pronounce these names. I'm getting worse at it as the week go on. Don't even get me started on circular. I won't even say it. But Tama wins again. Tama wins again. So Tama is on a bit of a winning streak. And look, we had it. Go on.
I don't like that. I just can't take to him. I can't. The only one I know is there's one called Talatonga, and I don't know because Josh is from Tala. That's all I know.
Well, look, I think that statement alone, that statement alone says everything about WWE that you need to hear at the moment. I think I said it to you before it. No, I said it to you as we started. WWE is quite one-dimensional at the moment, in my opinion. I often feel like I'm being overly negative, and actually, I feel like I'm complaining about everything and anything that's WWE at the moment.
No,
I mean, you have to listen to me in the WhatsApp chat, right? So you have to listen to me almost every day.
But I mean, like, even I was talking to my brother, and he was just like, I can't find the enjoyment like most of the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that spark, it feels like, kind of. As cliche as that sounds.
Not at all. There's definitely something missing with the creative. Like, I started nitpicking today, and I started going through some of the names even on the roster. And look, I'll actually do a short on this. Who writes the names for WWE? Some of the dumbest names I've ever heard. They trademarked 2 names recently, which I'll get into in the short. But you think of all the names that WWE creative comes up with, and this is how kind of boring I'm finding it at the moment. I'm looking at and I'm nitpicking names in WWE. Look, this match, it was what it was. There was madness. There was distractions. Tama Tonga wins. I'm wondering what they're going to do with Tama Tonga. But is this, like, what's the crack with SmackDown? It's gone 3 hours now. What we have is, because this is not the first time we see the MFTs tonight, and we'll touch on that now in a minute, because they're still having the same feud that they were having 6 months ago. Which long-term stories are cool and all that, but this should have been shot in the head a few weeks ago. Exactly. This should have been shot in the head weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to bring this lad in. Dave Kelly, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. And
Hello.
Of course, Dave has Layla. Layla,
hello.
What's the crack?
Hi,
Good
Layla.
to see you back on. Great to see you. So, yeah, look, I mean, Uncle Howdy appeared via satellite, and he basically indicated that it's going to be him and Solo, which I believe is confirmed now for next week on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But it indicates to me it's not the end of the feud.
Nope.
There's going to be shenanigans there. And I think it's going to be, lamp versus face paint match or something at WrestleMania. Either way, it needs to go.
I don't know anymore. Also, side note, I look like the mask fella. It's just very cold. That's all. Wexford is cold.
Wexford is cold?
It's freezing, sorry.
Yeah, no. Listen, don't be worrying about it. So, look, Aldous then kicked Drew McIntyre out, but we all know that WWE have the worst security in the world, and McIntyre then later gets back in. Now, your sister's favorite was interviewed by Byron Saxton, Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this, right? So I haven't been really kind to Aleister Black. And I haven't been kind to Zelina at all. This week, this is the one thing that kind of stuck with me this week on SmackDown, and I actually enjoyed it. Look, to me, I was watching, I was like, this is a copy and paste segment from last week. Oh, where's Randy Orton evolved? And then I thought, actually, if this turns into Randy Orton snapping, going mental, and going on a mad one, and it somehow elevates Aleister, we're onto a winner. However, Emma, I'll say this to you. It's very familiar, very similar to the Karrion Kross Sami Zayn feud.
Yeah.
It is almost the exact same.
I've been saying that. I've been saying every time I see Aleister and Zelina, I feel like I'm watching Karrion and Scarlett.
And this week, I feel you were justified in that. To be fair, you've been saying it for weeks, and I feel you were justified. You were justified in it. So look, I am interested to see how it plays out. I think we both want Randy Orton to go on a mad one.
Listen, bring him back. Make him go mental. Make him kick Triple H or something. Just go mental at this rate.
Yeah. No, well, I think they have a great opportunity to redo the storyline from back. Do you remember when he kicked Stephanie in the head?
Yeah.
Many years ago.
That was great.
It was phenomenal. It was absolutely brilliant. I also want to point something out, actually, on another side now. Our regulars, Anto and Sharon, were actually at this SmackDown.
Yeah.
They were physically there in Fort Lauderdale. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. They've been documenting their journey, and they've been keeping me up to date. And it looked deadly. It looked brilliant to be there. And I'll be interviewing Anto and Sharon about their experiences on SmackDown for the channel. So we'll get that done. And of course, myself and Emma could be there as well. If you're free, Emma, let's do it. We'll arrange a time and we'll get it done. Now, Jade Cargill, what's the crack, right? So Jade Cargill comes out, and I thought it was a very standard, very kind of like, here we go, Jade Cargill just saying the same old things. And I thought the most interesting thing about this entire promo was the face-off with Charlotte at the end. And that tells you all you need to know about the promo, in my opinion. And at this stage, we're just waiting on Jade to lose the title, but it's not like we're tuning in to see if she loses the title. At this stage, it's just like, just take the title off her. I don't think WWE are getting the reaction that they want. I'm just pissed off. You know women's wrestling much better than me. How are you feeling about this? This is your segment.
Like, I completely agree with you. It's just kind of like, every time we watch SmackDown, it's not like we're watching it for Jade. It's like wondering when she comes on, oh, will she lose it now? That's it. I think WWE, they went completely wrong. If they wanted this like untouchable champion, this big strong Goldberg-esque, like untouchable, like I'm golden, they didn't execute it well enough. That's the thing. But again, we don't know what they were thinking for her title run. And it hasn't been. I don't
even think they know what they're doing. And I don't even think they know what they're doing with most of the talent, because for me, and we said this on Pro Wrestling Weekly, Jade should have come out and demolished people, and it should have been like equivalent to spare 2-minute matches, kind of like what Obafemi's doing. You know what I mean? But like I said, the best part of the whole promo was the face-off against Charlotte, which the next match was the Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Before we get into it, let's take some comments. Acers is in. Acers, what's the crack today? 21 years ago, Batista chose Triple H on wrestling. Oh, that was a good one. And he put Triple H through the table. Acers, I watched that live. It was quality. We have Reggie in. Reggie, I am all good. Emma's all good too. Thanks for asking. Oh, Anto, the very man. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Traveling wiped us out. Missed the start. Listen, not a bother, Anto. I sent you a text before. We'll have a chat soon about it. And it's understandable. These guys have been all over Florida. They've been to the Hulk Hogan shop in Florida. They've been to different parts of Florida, and they're traveling all over, and it's really cool to see what they're doing.
You're better than me, because if I was on holidays, the pro wrestling would not hear from me. What's up, Chappy Gun?
She'd have us blocked. Oh, today, 16 years ago, Elimination Chamber 2010. Look at Acers stealing Niall's bit. The history. The history comes at the end of Pro Wrestling Weekly, and Acers. In state, this is gimmick infringement, Acers, but I'm here for it and I love it. Today, 16 years ago, Elimination Chamber pay-per-view 2010. Undertaker was set alight during his entrance. If you haven't seen that, you need to watch that, and then watch the Undertaker's commentary then after it about him talking to him. They got rid of the tech guy, the pyrotechnics guy, very quickly out of the building before he came back. But basically, the Undertaker was stuck in the Elimination Chamber section. He wasn't released, and he was throwing water over himself because he was burnt. He came up to the floor to cause the Taker. So Shawn Michaels came up through the floor to cause the Undertaker. Yeah, that was something else. And though the fireworks intros person are just magic, and it really makes it. I don't think he's talking about the Undertaker getting burnt. No. I think he's talking about which is cool. So look, right, Emma, I thought this was probably the best match on SmackDown. Charlotte Flair, Kiana James, and Nia Jax. I did not expect the result at all. I didn't see it coming. No. And I think that part of that's why I liked it. Although a lot of people are arguing online that Charlotte got the 3. They reckon it was a botch. Charlotte got the 3 after the Spanish Fly. And if you rewatch it, you can kind of half see it. Yeah. In saying that, unpredictability was deadly. The creative finish, the cross pin, And in my opinion, the right person won. How
Yeah.
did you feel about the match? It was match of SmackDown for me.
Yeah, I think I agree. It was definitely a match of SmackDown. But I think over the last few weeks, we've been talking about strapping the rocket to the new talent and when the time is right.
Mhm.
And after the Royal Rumble, for Kiana James to go to Elimination Chamber, this time is right. Because I think she's shown us
I think
before.
you said it.
Mm,
I think you said it. You might have said it a couple of weeks ago on Pro Wrestling Weekly. You said, and it wasn't Scrap the Rocket, but you're like, Kiana James is ready. And I was like,
mhm.
yeah,
Get her in there.
yeah, I think
Let's
she
go.
is.
And she's in. Even if she doesn't
What a
win,
great.
it'll be great.
No, she doesn't have to win at all. And look, the Elimination Chamber match now, I had to write this down. Rhea Ripley versus Tiffany Stratton versus Alexa Bliss versus Asuka versus Kiana James versus the winner of Io Sky, Raquel Rodriguez, and Kairi Zane. Do you have any idea who might be going into that position between Io Sky, Raquel, or Kairi?
They could do Io Sky and do like a Rio breakup, but I'd love Raquel to do it. I don't know though. There's a lot.
I think Raquel's going in.
Yes. Let's go.
I think Raquel's going in. Let's see what happens. But look, Elimination Chamber, like I said, good, bad, or indifferent. Do join us for the watch along. It's going to be a blast. I'm conflicted, Emma. I'm conflicted with the next
Hey, all right.
situation we had.
That was appear like Emma. Look, I'm conflicted.
I'm a bit conflicted. Basically, Obafemi battered Kate Wilson. Battered him.
Yeah.
Battered him, I think, like in under a minute or two. Oba was on main event this week, but it's so I feel bad for Kit Wilson because his momentum has just been stopped. I don't know how WWE think Kit Wilson is going to get off the ground. And look, Obafemi has to beat somebody. I understand that. But there's other people he could beat. They could even bring in some NXT brand new talent or something like that.
Yeah.
To me, not happy with this. I'm happy for Obafemi, but I think Kit Wilson probably deserves a bit more of a chance.
I completely agree because I love Kit Wilson. I love him. Love the theme song. Love the whole
I know
gimmick.
you do.
Yeah. Like, listen,
I
I'll wake
know.
up in the morning. I'll be emptying the dishwasher. The first song I put on is the Kit Wilson theme. No joke.
Do you have a song for your alarm in the morning? I do, but
Yeah.
it's not what you think it would be.
No, same.
The song I have is a song called Bruce Lee by Robbie Williams. And it is loud, it is hilarious, and it gets you up like that. Do you have a song that you wake up to every morning?
Yeah.
And is it
so-
wrestling related or is it not?
No, it's James Brown. The get up off of that thing. You better. Yeah.
I
I'm
am
up.
not beating that answer. I am not beating that. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. What a great song. What a great artist.
It's great.
Look, the next thing was I'm pissed off with this. Nick Aldis backstage, and there's a box that they keep sending back and forward between Raw and SmackDown.
I don't know.
Look, and it's like, what's in the box? It's the Brad Pitt thing. I keep doing it. I can't get it out of my head. I'll be honest with you, Emma.
In the box.
I don't care. I don't give a
No.
balls what's in this box. It's Seth Rollins. Anything that's not Chris Jericho, and at this stage, it's not looking like it's going to be. It's going to be disappointing. In saying that, if it's not Chris Jericho and it's somebody else, and it completely shocks me, I hope I'm wrong. But this box thing is scrum.
I think it's Danhausen.
I mean, I really like Danhausen. I actually had the chance to meet him at OTT,
Lovely.
and he's a terribly nice guy. I hope it's not him though.
But
It
like,
would
yeah,
be
that's the thing. Is like WWE is gonna it's gonna suck the life out of him, I think, because he's such a great character. But
Yeah,
I think someone said it to me, but they said he did like a gimmick like that before, and I was like, ooh, I don't know if I want.
I think if it's Danhausen, they've set him up to fail.
Yeah.
They've set him up to fail. And this sending and then Nick Aldis send that box to Raw. I was like, I don't really care. I don't really care. So,
But like,
is there anybody in the
like-
comments that can tell us what's in the box? Sorry, Emma, go ahead.
no, it's okay. But it's like the whole Masked Man thing. It's like we're not bothered by it because it's gonna be absolute crap. Let's be honest. He's
I mean, Grayson Waller. Yeah, The mask, when in doubt, stick a bloke with a mask, or in this case, stick a box. I mean, they tried this gimmick in 1990. It was the gobbledygooker, which at the higher power was Vince McMahon. They always seem to drop the ball there. Vince McMahon, don't mention the war. What a lot of information about Vince McMahon. We won't touch on it today. We'll wait for Pro Wrestling Weekly, but Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's take some comments. MJF defeats Zillafat 2. I did see that. Very cool promos from the two of them. And I did like that. I'm loving what MJF is doing at the moment. Pretty cool. Sharon's in. That match will be insane with the ladies. I agree with you.
Definitely.
The women are going to steal the Elimination Chamber, likely. Charlotte Flair will probably add Jade versus Tiffany Stratton match. Be added to that match at WrestleMania 42. Who knows? Acers is in again. Clash in Italy. Man, do you know what? They missed an opportunity here. They should have put it in Rome. Clash in the Coliseum. It writes itself. The branding does itself. I'm just pissed. I'm nitpicking at WWE and I'm just pissed off now.
Same.
Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. When is that, Hazers? I'm a bit disconnected at the moment. I'd love to see Royce Keys and Obafemi. Yeah, but to what capacity? Anto, yes, the chance against the ref after the botch count. So this was a botch. So Anto was at SmackDown Live, and there was a 3 count for Charlotte. Kiana James winning was a big curve, and it was refreshing being surprised. We haven't been in a while. My friend Dara's in. I hope it is Danhausen. Dara, look, I love Danhausen, but I don't know. Seeing some dates on the summer tour, Clash in Italy. I'll be keeping an eye to see will they be stopping off here. Be very last minute if they do.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Anta, we're going to touch on this in a few minutes. Johnny G on top of the box. It was great. That was actually pretty cool. All the tag teams were involved. So yeah, look, we went straight on to Tiffany Stratton versus Alba Fire. Great to see Chelsea Green.
Yeah,
brilliant to see Chelsea Green. I like Alba Fire as well, so it was pretty cool. And look, this was just there to put the wind in Tiffany Stratton's sails. Give her a bit of a boost as she moves forward. What did you think? Other women's match on the card?
Yeah, it was good, to be fair. We all knew Tiffy was going to win. That's that's a given. It was just kind of there. It was grand. No notes really.
Alrighty then. Well, let's get straight into it then. Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes and Trick Williams backstage. I am very interested to see. I must have missed it in the WhatsApp chat, but I'm very interested to see what Niall thought about this. Niall, if you're in the chat, let me know what you thought about this. But I will ask you after this anyway, because for me, Emma, Cody was a really good friend here. He told Sami Zayn, "Listen, you're in your own way." Sami would later apologize, but the star of this was hit that trick, whoop that trick,
trick,
hit that trick,
yeah,
whoop that trick. Trick Williams, phenomenal.
Brilliant.
You want to talk about somebody who's ready? Man of the match, Trick Williams. Woman of the match, Kiana James. Two people that are ready, and Trick Williams was the star of the show. He's got the complete X factor. And I think we're looking at Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn for WrestleMania, maybe. What did you think of the segment? How excited were you? Like I was like, yes.
I was like, Trick Williams, let's go. He is insane. Like when they're like, oh, will WWE be okay? What if no one's like John Cena? What if no one's like CM Punk? Have you seen Trick Williams?
Yeah.
Because lads, never mind. Trick, whoop that trick. Like, come on. He's insane.
100%.
And then I thought the part with Cody and Sami, it was quite nice, to be fair. Because then, Sami apologized to Cody. It's like, oh, we're both nice guys. Like, friendship forever. BFF.
For now.
Yeah.
For now. Because I don't think Sami can be a bad guy. I just don't. He's too lovable. I think Cody's going to pull that trigger. I think Cody's going to be a bad guy. I commented on this a few times. Should Cody turn bad guy? Look, I'm a Cody guy. I'll be with him when he turns bad guy. I'll be with him when he turns back to good guy. I do think that Cody Rhodes is getting a lot of that John Cena hate that he got many, many years ago. Look, I remember having those arguments. I was a big John Cena fan, and I remember telling people he's be kissing his ass on the way out. And John Cena actually said on a podcast the other day, he's like, the people that are complaining that I didn't get a good enough send off are the people that hated me 10 years ago. He said they didn't forget, and he's dead right.
Yeah.
So Cody's getting the Cena hate at the moment, and I'm not having it. I'm not here for it.
No, but let's see what happens. There's no denying how great Cody is.
Phenomenal.
Like, there's no denying. Like, he's the face of the company at this rate.
Absolutely. There's a few stories in WWE that I'm really, really interested in. It's the Sammy Cody, what's happening there, and then there's the storyline on NXT with all the nepo wrestlers. It's brilliant.
NXT is amazing. NXT is probably the best. So
NXT is the best show on. Look, obviously we're not doing the NXT show now, but NXT is the best show that WWE is producing at the moment.
Yeah,
and it's better than AEW. Hate that MJF.
Shawn Michaels, you're doing something right. Shout out to Shawn.
Of course, 100%. But look, I think we can both agree that was pretty cool. And we went on to Damian Priest versus Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes, and all day the right guy won.
Yeah,
everybody was class here. Second best match of the night, in my opinion. The women just flipped it. This was 100% right. This made me very, very happy. How about you?
Yeah, and I feel like the three of them were able to show off how great all three were, as well as working with each other. And again, the right guy won, because in the Elimination Chamber, that's going to be a great match.
Absolutely. And speaking of which, that match, and again, I wrote this down, is Randy Orton versus LA Knight versus Cody Rhodes versus Javon Evans versus Trick Williams versus either Bronson Reed, Jey Uso, or the original El Grande Americano. Who's winning that? I mean, I think it's Bronson Reed.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Bronson Reed.
Give it to him. He had a great showing at Raw. Give it to him, and let's see what he can do.
You know what? I'm not like I don't dislike Bronson Reed. I actually quite like him. I have to say.
I don't dislike him. I think WWE are doing him a bit of a disservice. I think he's capable of a lot better. I think he's run. The vision, I think, is a bit of a poison chalice at the moment, and people are probably not going to like that comment. But the vision, and I said it at the start, had a bad foundation, and it feels lacking. And in fact, I've seen a few people say online that Paul Heyman, like questioning Paul Heyman's mic skills, saying, "Oh, he's starting to really show cracks here." I disagree with that completely.
No,
completely. But if that's what people are talking about, I don't think the vision is good. And again, it's one of those things that they either need to, I think they need to dismantle ASAP, because, and look, Bronson Reed, he's not the tribal thief anymore. I don't think so anyway. They need to get rid of that. But I think now that I read the men's elimination chamber, oh my Jesus.
That's going to be great.
What a bleeding match.
You have Javon Evans, right? And then you have all the powerhouses. It's going to be great.
It's going to be off the wall. Do you know what? I'm buzzing for this now.
Yeah.
So come here to me. Come here to me, he says in his Dublin accent. We had, this is the Johnny G on top of the box.
Oh, yeah.
The best thing to happen to the box since they introduced it last week was Johnny G lying on top of it, the breast.
Yeah.
And that tells you all you need to know about the box. But
I was more interested in it then when I saw him up there.
Talk to me about the kick. Or you might know the kick that I'm talking about. This was Rhea Ripley versus Julia. Julia has Rhea Ripley like that. Boots her to the back of the head. Boots her. And Rhea Ripley's face goes, bah! And it looks vicious. Now, I haven't heard of any injuries. There's nothing like that coming out. So what you have here is two amazing women that executed that brilliantly. Of course, the match was ruined in terms of a DQ, but I'd like to see what these girls can do when they have a bit more time.
Yeah.
But when you've seen that kick, oof, how did you feel about it?
I almost like, obviously, because I know how to take bumps and stuff, and then I saw that and I was like, I can't. I was like, lads, how can you do that? I was like, what? Like, how can It's insane. It's amazing, and you know what? It shows how talented the wrestlers are.
Phenomenal. We spoke about it in the WhatsApp chat. Even the lads were like, Jesus.
Yeah.
It looked ridiculous. But look, that match was what it was. Bit of a DQ. They should get more time in the future, I think, and we have a potential feud there going forward. I'm not happy with the direction of the Miz.
No.
It looks like he's going to be fed to Obafemi next week.
And we're both the same. We both love the Miz. This is
so
the
much
Miz's show.
I also love Obafemi. I adore Obafemi. I wanted him to end Cena's career. I think I would have had a better. I stand by that. I do think it would have been a better decision, and he would have been able to do something with it. Like, but it looks like the Miz is getting it's going to get fed to him. Whoop-de-doo. So what? So what? Now it's like how does the Miz come back from that? It's not good. But even less depressing news. The MFT sold out to Sokoa. They're holding the lantern. But I wanted they did the promo against Howdy. But I wanted to talk to you about the Shinsuke Nakamura is now back winding Tamatonga up. There's something cool about this. I want this to happen.
I love it. Shinsuke is so underrated. Like, I love him. Probably one of the best debuts of SmackDown was Shinsuke's entrance. That was insane.
It was brilliant. I don't know what they're doing here, but I really I like the mystique behind it. I like the fact that they kind of we know the history behind it as well, and I'm thinking they could really do something here.
Yeah, definitely.
It could be really cool.
And even like if Shinsuke like really just beats it out of him, whatever, have the MFTs go away then. Let them all do a little solo thing for a while, then refresh.
100%. Get rid of the face paint, do all that. It's getting a bit ridiculous, but that looks cool. Now, Aleister Black, Zelina versus Randy Orton. This was very good in my opinion. Drew McIntyre, obviously, with the distraction. Drew comes down.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Emma. I get the feeling that Aleister Black is eventually going to fade onto main event and he's going to disappear and he's going to do a Rusev. I would like to think and I would like to see it. I'd like to be proven wrong. I'd like to see him go in another direction. But that's what I think. What did you think? Randy's one of your household favorites, I will say.
Yeah.
What did you think of that? Aleister Black won clean, kind of.
Yeah. It was a good match, to be fair, and I think having Drew, every week Drew just shows that he's such a heel. I love that. No matter who it is, I just love that. And
Drew McIntyre is making a lot of enemies, though, Emma.
Hey, listen, I don't mind.
He's making a lot of enemies.
No,
that's
literally.
some way to lose the title.
It's going to be the locker room versus Drew McIntyre. It's going to be like Randy and John versus locker room.
Well, imagine, I mean, you're pissing off Randy Orton, the loosest of the loose cannons. Jacob Fatu is a loose cannon. Randy Orton's a freaking psychopath.
And then imagine Randy snapping and he sees Drew and he's like, done. We're done. That's what I'd love to see.
Well, look, I mean, it was a good match to end the show. I will say this. There's a couple of things about SmackDown. Trick Williams and Kiana James stole the SmackDown for me. SmackDown itself was okay. Looking at the WrestleMania ticket sales, WWE need to do a lot more. Before we touch on anything else, there was a graphic at the end of WWE in memory of Kerwin Silfies. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right. He was a long-time WWE director behind the scenes. AEW Class Act had Bryan Danielson comment on it. Very, very sad. And like the Ultimate Warrior said in his speech, it's people like that should get recognition. So it's nice to see that they got the graphic at the end of the show. So our thoughts and prayers are with Kerwin's family. And obviously, it was a classy thing for WWE to do. So overall, how would you rate SmackDown? How did you see it?
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. 7.5 maybe. You know, I've seen a few people online saying the SmackDown at this rate is better than Raw. So you know what? Best show around we are.
SmackDown is better than Raw. And I don't know if you just a little preview. Let's just say Pro Wrestling Weekly has adapted the SmackDown logo. I mean, they're chasing our heels, Emma.
They want to be us.
Pro Wrestling Weekly is second. It's the
No,
second best
literally.
show on the channel.
Sorry, y'all. Can't beat them.
Sorry,
Join
lads.
us.
100%. I mean, we'll release that graphic in the next day or so. So come here. Next week on SmackDown, when we're talking next week, we'll be talking about the women's tag team titles match. Rhea Ripley, Sky versus Latch Legend and Neo. Let's go with Nia Jax. I nearly said Neo Jackson. That's what I nearly said. I nearly said
Every time you
Neo
say
Jackson.
Neo, I think of those like fake Oreos and Aldi, the Neos.
I think of the Matrix.
Fair.
I think of the Matrix. Look, either or. Uncle Howdy versus Solo Sakia. Oh my God, Sikoa. What is wrong with me? And likely The Miz versus Obafemi. Those are the matches that we have to talk about next week. So hopefully SmackDown continues its consistency.
Yes.
So before we go, let's take some comments. But before we do, WWE are blocking local establishments for having watch parties in order to sell more tickets. Does this happen at WrestleMania and this happen at Elimination Chamber? We'll probably talk more about it on Pro Wrestling Weekly. But this is a low move, even by TKO standards.
It's horrible. I mean, you have the normal working people that can't afford to go somewhere like this. It's their one thing. They want to go to a watch party and they can't.
100%. 100%. And look, in Dublin, we have watch parties as well. They're running a local pub called the Woolshed, walking distance from Ireland's premium bar, River Bar, just off O'Connell Bridge to the right under the Heineken building.
Yes.
I had to plug that. But and it's just a bit of a low thing. It's like, hey, listen, our tickets are minimum $600, maximum 20 grand. Come get tickets instead of spending a tenner into this watch show.
Yeah,
it's bad publicity. It's not looking good.
It's like you have a tenner. Well, where's your 600 quid?
It's not looking good. I think low blow from WWE. A lot of stuff coming out about Vince McMahon. The reason I bring it up, I'll address it now in a second. The comments, Sharon, that was electric in the stadium. Whoop that trick, undoubtedly, Sharon. I can't wait to hear about it. Yeah, couldn't hear the music with the whoop that trick chants. In my Dublin accent was effing deadly. In your Dublin accent, same, Anto, same. Cody is turning heel. I will be with him in every aspect. Sharon, you know me, and Sharon bought some deadly t-shirts over there. Trick was whopper, well deserved. Undesirable turned undeniable. QB1, damn it, yes. Obviously talking about Cody, Sharon's in. I think new merch, in my opinion, is definitely heel stuff. Interesting. I did see some of the t-shirts. I'll relook at them again. Uso or OG Americano, because masked ass will cost Reed. I have to disagree, Anto. I think Bronson Reed is winning. Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, 27th of June. Oh, thanks for that, Icers. That'll be interesting. We'll see if we can get a watch along for that for the crack. Why not? Reed needs to leave division. He would be much better than being the breaker win man. I agree with you, Sharon.
You're right there.
David's in. Cody is starting to turn the backstage situation where Cody and I took my opportunities, and Randy's going to blame him on the loss. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This is the story that I'm into at the moment. I love it.
I may tell my mom because she loves Cody as well. She's such a Cody fan.
Your mother is an amazing woman.
Actually, but her favorite is Jey Uso. She cried when he came out when we went to a house show.
What a woman. What a woman. I hope you're watching Keith. Yeet. Keith rhymes with Yeet.
Yeah.
There you go. That's why he hates it. He hates it. What else do we have? Johnny G needs to return to NXT, says Acers. Yeah, probably. But WWE need to do something with him. Ripley is absolutely amazing. She is. She's phenomenal. WWE set wheels in motion for Sami Zayn finishing the storyline at WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia after winning the Royal Rumble match next year. I think so. I'm sure Noel will be delighted. Miz, there's a comment in from Noel. I'm looking forward to that. Miz is totally amazing. Such a talent. Sharon, I agree. And though the Miz needs to move the Raw new direction, even IC or other storyline. I agree.
Yeah.
All right, Noel, about time. Black got booked decent. What an entrance. Noel, that's all he is at the moment to me, an entrance. And look, his showing was all right, but he fades into Black. in the future. I'm calling it now. We'll talk about this on Pro Wrestling Weekly. I don't know. He hasn't got the personality to carry it. It's like Cesaro. Cesaro is one of the most talented wrestlers in the world, but unfortunately, when you don't have the charisma, you don't have the charisma. Drew is playing his part perfectly. He was whopper on SmackDown. Whopper. Cody should be champ though. Drew is attacking the strongest. He worried I could beat him. Yeah, it's a good story. It's a good story, Anto. I like that. You pair are the best. Sorry to the rest of the upper tier family. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, everybody?
Sorry.
Did you hear that, Pro Wrestling Weekly? Yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday.
Booyakasha.
I agree with Emma. Drew heel turn his class.
Very good.
And I know Noel heard you, Sharon. He's calling you a sellout. Let's see. Solo and Uncle Howdy will be good next week. David, I'm just pissed off it's going on for that long. The tickets are 160, let's be honest, and the tickets for the watch parties in Vegas ain't 10 quid or anything near it. I understand that, Noel, but you understand where I'm coming from. It's a bit low for them to be stopping the watch parties. Like it's good for them, for people to be going to the watch party. Do you not think that? I think it's a mental, mean way to do business.
And like watch parties have been going on for, you know,
$60 for a beer in Vegas. Yeah, cool, but that's like it's also 60 bucks in the stadium as well after you pay $1,000 for a ticket. You know what I mean? So we have nice plug on the River Bar again, Brent. You're damn straight. Just off O'Connell Bridge in smack down in the middle of Dublin City. If anyone ever wants to join me for I'll have a cola. You can have whatever. Do let me know. I'll have a cola, please. Thank you. I disagree, Randy. Randy blaming due to off-air, Bren. I'll send that after the podcast. I'm looking forward to that, Anto. Thanks a million. And look, we'll talk about it when I speak to yourself and Sharon. We'll do something for the channel and we'll stick something up. So yeah, a lot of the news that's coming out about the likes of say Vince McMahon and the dash cam footage and Janelle coming out. I didn't. To be honest, I just couldn't. It's not that I couldn't. I was just like, I read the transcript. I was like, this is corny as shit. Actually, I don't need to watch it now. I don't need to watch it. That's brilliant. That was. So, So look, what we'll do is we leave it there. This has been deadly as always. I love going through SmackDown. I always. Sometimes we have a better time going through SmackDown than we do actually watching it. But in this case, SmackDown wasn't that bad at all.
No.
Brand TKO is all money at the end of the day. Dave, I know that. It's just sad. It's becoming soulless. Actually, before hello, Faye Murphy. How are you? TKO doesn't beat. Absolute asses they. Oh, what up, Faye?
She met Randy.
Good to see you. This is the Randy Orton fanatic. Hello, Faye. Good to have you in the comments. I agree with you. Sharon, I want to go to the next Open Factory for Pro Wrestling, Fight Factory Pro Wrestling. Open Day, if you can let me know. I'll tell you what, Sharon.
I can definitely let you know.
Yeah, they'll throw it out there. I know they had an open day today, I think.
So
and the next open day, if it falls on a good day, I will go to.
If you go Saturday at 10:30 in the morning is when the beginner session begins. So if you want to go onto Instagram and contact them to see if they have any spaces, definitely do.
But I think she's talking about an actual open day that she wants to go to. Do you know when they have an open day for all of the newbies or whatever? In saying that, I will also go to an open day as well. I am the worst professional wrestler in the world. I was never a professional wrestler. So what I'll say is I did professional wrestling training and I was terrible. Terrible. If I had it continued, I would have broke my own neck. I broke somebody else's neck. And saying that, 10 years on, let's give it another go, Sharon. We'll go together and we'll do something for the channel there as well. Faye, hello there. Good to see you, Faye, again. And Faye, do join us in the chat the next time. Do continue to join us in the chat. It's really lovely to have you on board. Randy's biggest fan. There was no RKO last night. That was disappointing. Anto, we'll see an RKO in the future. I want to experience what it's like to take a bump in the ring. Well, Sharon, no, you don't. But also, yes, you do.
But you know what? You feel great after.
And then Niall's in. Anto, did you enjoy Black's live entrance? Well, I mean, it'll be on main event in the future, and then eventually probably back to AEW where they'll water him down even more. Hey, there you go. So, this has been an absolute pleasure. Layla says 6'7" and good. Ah, she made me say it. She made me say it.
6'7".
Layla made me say 6'7" online. So yeah, there you go.
I don't get it.
Either the way. Niall, was an amazing day, I have to say, says Sharon. I'll spare you. Sharon, Anto, are you saying that to Sharon? Because Sharon would knock the balls out of you. You, Anto, now. Hold on. Do you know what? I was going to close the show. Come on, Niall, what's up? I like Randy's better, to be fair. So, right. We will close up. So, come here. As always, subscribe to the channel. The upper tier has absolutely phenomenal content. Not just wrestling, but football too. And the football shows to be on a Monday and a Thursday. They're absolutely brilliant. I wouldn't be Johnny Football. I listen to them every week. And of course, Pro Wrestling Weekly will be live this Tuesday. SmackDown as always. Bren XT on a Wednesday. And above all else, there will be shorts in between from everybody and more videos. So honestly, this has been an absolute pleasure. As Niall said, great show. Smash those likes and smash those shares. Niall, I couldn't have ended it better. Absolute pleasure having everybody on. For me, thanks a million.
Bye, y'all.
From Emma, shorts from everybody.
I'm trying.
So from myself and Emma, good night. God bless. We'll catch us on the next show. This has been an absolute pleasure. And keep an eye on that channel. Like, subscribe, and share. All the best.
I'll do one short. I promise.